Hello everyone, welcome back to Take the Snap. I'm JJ.
This is Huddy.
And today we will be talking about the latest headlines around the league and recapping Super Bowl 57. The Chiefs defeated the Eagles 38-35 in the Super Bowl. Huddy, what do you think about the controversial holding call late in the fourth quarter?
I do not think that was a hold. He didn't stop him in motion on his route.
Yeah, so what do you think about Jalen Hurts' running ability in the Super Bowl?
He did decent. I mean, he did way better in the regular season, but I can't complain. He did pretty good.
Here's some stats. Jalen Hurts, he had 27 completions, 304 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns, and 111.7 QB rating. Patrick Mahomes had 21 completions, 182 yards, 3 touchdowns, 138 quarterback rating. And now, on to the headlines. Tom Brady, after an incredible career, retired from the NFL. Huddy, what do you think about Tom Brady and his retirement?
I mean, Tom Brady was washed. He should get out of the league. He's an old man who plays for money.
Tom Brady had a great career, though, and he is going to go down as the greatest player in NFL history. Derek Carr was released by the Raiders recently. Huddy, where do you think Derek Carr will go?
I think he'll go to the Steelers because they really need a quarterback right now.
I think he'll go to the Jets or the Saints because they don't have a good quarterback, but they both have weapons that they can elevate Derek Carr with. Before we move on, I just want to thank Huddy for coming in and sharing his opinion with us. It's time for head coach hirings. In this segment, we'll be rating the head coach hirings worst to best. Number 5, Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals hired former Eagles defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. This was still a good decision, but I think they should have gotten offensive-minded coach to go with Kyler Murray and the rest of that offense so they don't trade away DeAndre Hopkins. Number 4, Houston Texans. The Texans hired former San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinators DeMeco Ryans. I don't think this was the best choice because, like I said before, it's a defensive-minded coach, and that league is an offensive league. So if you have a defensive-minded coach, it's hard to win games in this league. The one defensive coach I can think of really good is Bill Belichick of the New England Patriots. Number 3, Indianapolis Colts. The Colts hired former Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen. I think this was a way better move than the Cardinals and Texans because he is offensive-minded, and he will probably draft a good quarterback in the 2023 draft because they have the number 4 pick overall, so then they can maybe trade up also to get a Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, and then they can build around him with Shane Steichen as head coach. Number 2, Carolina Panthers. The Panthers hired former Colts head coach Frank Reich. I think this was a good decision because he has been a head coach recently, and he was good before the Colts started running out of quarterbacks. I think Frank Reich can draft a good quarterback in the draft and moving up, and much like Steichen can build around him, and then they can be a good NFC South contender because the NFC South is wide open with the retirement of Tom Brady. Number 1, Denver Broncos. The Broncos hired former Saints head coach Sean Payton. This was a very good decision. Sean Payton was a really good coach with Drew Brees and made him what he is today, a Hall of Famer. Now, if you can do that to Russell Wilson and bring Russell Wilson back, then I think that the Broncos are a playoff contender. That's all for head coach hirings. Now, it's time for Trivia Chiefs Edition. Question 1. What Chiefs player won MVP in Super Bowl 54? The answer is Patrick Mahomes. Question 2. What 1960s toy is the Super Bowl named after? answer to question 2 is Super Bowl. Question 3. What team did the Chiefs defeat in Super Bowl 54? The answer to number 3 is the San Francisco 49ers. Question 4. What city was Super Bowl 54 played in? The answer is Miami. Question 5. What is the name of the player that helped the Chiefs win in Super Bowl 4? The answer is 65 Power Trap. Question 7. What is the name of the Chiefs owner who helped name the Super Bowl? The answer is Lamar Hunt. That's all for today. Thanks for listening to Take the Snap.